Welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man back in the studio, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Battlesuits coming to the Warhammer 40,000 universe, Necromunda. But before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe for reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and many other Games Workshop games as well. So, the squats make battlesuits out of mining equipment and corpses out of other gangs. At Warhammer Fest, we saw Necromunda's new Ironhead squat prospectors gang for the first time. These abhuman excavators are a fierce bunch in their own right, and tooled up for double-barreled destruction you need to be when searching for survey sites out in the ash wastes or guarding a land train loaded by precious gems and ore. Sometimes, though, you need something a little bit bigger to accompany the prospectors on their most dangerous digs. Sometimes you need the Vartijan Exo Driller. So here we see the new model. Not sure what size base this is going to be on, but it looks like it's probably a 40. Very cool looking overall aesthetic. Fits in with the squat. Obviously we have a squat bro inside of like an EXO-ARMOUR suit, much like the old school squats were. And, in many ways, a predecessor for Terminator armor for the rest of the Imperium as well. So we could see the one hand is a sort of like claw with a drill built into it. The other hand appears to be some type of sort of like flamer or something like that. Not really sure. It has like three little sort of like the flame protrusions and then kind of like two barrels. So it is very much different than normal flamers that we've seen. Also has like this kind of casing around it, but pretty cool overall. We see that same kind of squat head. Obviously he is tucked away securely in this armor. Can't really tell what this is. Maybe it's a grenade launcher. Maybe it's nothing. Seems like the type of thing that would shoot like a grenade out of his shoulder or something like that. These suits of EXO-ARMOUR were originally designed to protect squat miners in the most hostile environments, and the ash wastes definitely qualify. They've been upgraded over the centuries with heavier weapons and better defenses, and the prospector gangs now bring them along to fight off ash waste nomads or other hostiles trying to claim the prime dig sites in the Necromunda Badlands. Very cool piece of art. So this picture just further throws me off though. We see obviously the light. We don't see anything going on here. Same claw hand and everything. But now this doesn't really look like a flamer. It doesn't look like it's shooting out like a burst of flames. And we see some clear like, shells or casings kind of shooting out the side of what looked like a chem drum, like something that would hold like the chemicals that are flammable. Actually appears to be more like a, drum fed like ammunition. As again, this does not look like a flamer. It looks more like something shooting. So maybe it's like heating up the rounds as they exit this. I'm really not sure. Or lighting them on fire. Maybe there's some sort of like exploding rounds or something like that. Really not sure. The Vartijan Exo Driller is a widely used variant named after the legendary squat engineer Vartijan of the Svardol mining clan. Make sure you give thanks to her every time it stops an enemy fighter into jam. Aside from the piston-powered pulverizing fist and seismic crusher, the suit also armed with a squat-made heavy flamer, which can be replaced with a heavy bolter for even more serious killing potential. Okay, so it has a pulverizing fist and seismic crusher, and then it has a squat-made heavy flamer that can be replaced with a heavy bolter for even more serious killing power. Vartijan Exo Driller is a brute that is exclusively available to Ironhead squat prospectors. Its rules will arrive in the forthcoming book of the Outlands, alongside the host of other cool rules and nasty outdoors surprises. So Book of the Outlands will have the rules for this. Okay, so it looks like in this picture, basically this is the bolter has been swapped out. So this is the heavy bolter. You can't quite see like the tips of it. Obviously it doesn't have those same little like three prongs. And then here is, we see one prong, two prong, three prong. That's the heavy flamer. So this is a heavy flamer. The other one is a heavy bolter. Very cool. Overall, really like the aesthetic of this guy or gal. Very cool. I like it. It fits right along with squats. It's basically like, something coming back from the old range, but reimagined. Essentially, I picture this guy as kind of like a squat dreadnought. Maybe the Guy driving it's not in as rough a shape as the Space Marine in a Dreadnought, but overall kind of gets across the same message. Very cool. I really like it. I really like the look of the squat team so far, and then I like this guy as well. Does not say if this is going to be available directly from Games Workshop or if this is going to be Forge World. I want to assume that it's going to be Games Workshop, as they're moving a lot of stuff over towards their traditional line. But again, don't know for sure. We will have to see in time, obviously. But very nice looking model. Very, very cool. Definitely going to be awesome to have the squats. Now, the only problem I see with this so far is, you know, the squats are obviously going to be slow because they have slow movement speed. So they may have some trouble getting around the battlefield. I don't know what this guy's movement speed is going to be, but we know the squat troopers are slow. If this guy is also slow, they're definitely going to be missing that mobility. So they're probably going to need some of their trikes or something like that kind of come into Necromunda as well, obviously as the 40k universe. So definitely going to be needing a little bit of speed, or may find that they are not able to get where they need to be. Which could be problems. You know, Necromunda is a little less objective scoring. Don't know like the new missions and everything quite yet, but mobility is still going to be very important, especially on the larger boards of like the Ash Waste and like the big open setting that we're sort of like moving into, out of the Underhive and into the, you know, big open Ash Waste. Very, very cool model. Definitely loving the new squat models, especially the ones for Necromunda. Loving this guy as well. Hopefully we will see that you're able to take like 8 of the regular squats, and this guy in a gang may have to build up some extra credits before you get there. But I would imagine, you know, I think it's still going to be like the 1,000 starting credits, and then you get, I believe it was like certain vehicle credits for free as well. So you're starting with a base gang and then also some sort of like vehicle, or in this case, you know, Exo-ARMOUR upgrade. So I would think that you'd be able to basically take the 8 squats that come in the set, plus one of these guys, you know, and that would be like the equivalent of your starting gang in Ashway. But we will see. Obviously, that next book coming out is basically going to be a necessity. So we see that the Ashway set is cool and everything. The rules are in there, but it is fairly limited, as it's mostly pertaining to like the overall general rules, and then it has the rules for the nomads and the orruk vehicles in it. But it looks like the next book that comes out is the one that you're going to need to have for, we don't know what exactly is going to be in it. It spoke already some about squats. It talked about more stuff for the Ash Waste nomads, and then sort of like general vehicle rules. So I have a feeling what we're going to see going into the future is like each book has basically like 2 or 3 of the various gangs, like special or vehicle rules in it. And this is sort of the first one that has some broad vehicle rules as well. They already said it has a bunch of like the Gene Stealer Cult vehicles. Did not say if they're going to be used by Gene Stealer Cult or if they're going to be kind of available to everybody, and that's just sort of like the go-to in the Ash Waste. So we'll have to see on that as well. It's been kind of, you know, some speculation at this point in time, but we'll see in time how everything looks. I'm super excited for it. Definitely looking forward to playing and, you know, all the new stuff that comes. You know, I can only imagine if this is what we're seeing for the squats and they're the new faction, what kind of cool vehicles we're going to see for like the Eschers, the Goliaths, like, you know, all the other gangs as well. So very cool overall. Let me know what you think down below. Are you excited for squats? Are you excited to lay waste to the squats? Do you think Necromunda Ash Waste is going to be super fun? Do you think it's going to be kind of a letdown from what you've seen so far? I always like to hear your guys' opinions, speculations, etc. But that is it for today. So we officially have a Battlesuit squat, sort of like Exo Driller in the game here. So very, very cool. Definitely exciting. But going to go ahead and wrap it up there. So that's it for today. If you do enjoy these types of news, reactions, reviews, speculations, obviously all kinds of modeling, conversion, painting tutorials, make sure you check out our video playlist and all the good stuff that we provide to you guys. Put out at least one video every single day on Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, or possibly even, you know, Horus Heresy, pretty much Underworlds, any kind of Games Workshop tabletop game. But that being said, going to wrap it up there. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.